You were taught that money is dirty, that wanting it makes you greedy, and having it makes you guilty, that the love of money is the root of all evil. But you misread the verse, and the lie has kept you poor. Money is not the root of evil. It is a scoreboard, and you have been refusing to look at the score. Money is not the goal. It is the measure. A scoreboard does not play the game. It tells you, without flattery, how well you played it. Every banknote is a receipt, frozen proof that somewhere you solved a problem for another human being. The market does not care about your intentions. It keeps an honest tally of the value you created and the value you refused to create.
Money is only a tool. It will take you wherever you wish, but it will not replace you as the driver.
Here is where resistance wears its most respectable mask. It tells you that not wanting money is a virtue. I'm not in it for the money, you say, and you feel clean. But often, that is just fear, dressed up as nobility. The man too pure to keep score is usually the man quietly losing the game. Strip away the romance and the fear, and see what money actually is. It is stored work, frozen value, a claim ticket on the effort of the world. Dan Kennedy said it plainly. Money flows toward value and away from its absence. You are not paid for your time, or your need, or your good heart. You are paid for the size of the problem you are willing and able to solve.
An investment in knowledge pays the best interest.
Like the iron, money is brutally honest feedback. It will not be charmed, bilted, or argued with. If the number is small, the market is telling you something true. Serve more, or serve better. That is not an insult. It is a map. The rich are simply the ones who stopped arguing with the scoreboard and started reading it. But money misunderstood will ruin you faster than poverty ever could. Kevin O'Leary calls his dollars soldiers, and he sends them out to fight for his freedom. He never eats his soldiers. He never spends the principal. A trophy sits on a shelf and rots. A soldier goes to work. Money kept as a trophy is dead. Money deployed is alive.
I look at my money as soldiers, and I send them out to war every day.
And know this before you chase it too hard. Felix Dennis made hundreds of millions and spent his last years warning that wealth has a price. The friendships you will doubt, the trust you will lose, the hours you will never get back. Money is a fire. It will warm your house or burn it to the ground. Decide what you are willing to pay before the bill arrives.
The pursuit of wealth exacts a price, and that price is usually paid in the coin you least expect.
Fear is the trap that swallows the greedy. They fall in love with the scoreboard and forget the game. They stare at a number, hoard it, polish it, and stop creating the value that made it move. A scoreboard you worship stops climbing. Play the game well, and the score takes care of itself. Money does not change you. It magnifies you. It makes a generous man more generous, and a small man more small. Pour wealth onto wisdom, and you get power. Pour it onto a fool, and you get a louder fool. So the work was never only about getting the money. It was about becoming someone worthy of holding it. Most people are kept poor by a story, not a circumstance. The story that the rich are wicked, that wanting is shameful, that there is only so much to go around. Resentment feels like virtue, and it pays nothing. Resistance loves a man who would rather be right about the unfairness than free of it. You cannot curse the scoreboard and climb it at the same time.
It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor.
Wealth is not what you pile up. It is what you keep in motion. A dollar that sits still is a soldier asleep. The rich think in returns, in leverage, in what a sum can build while they sleep. The poor think in what a sum can buy by Friday. Same money, two entirely different games.
So here is the whole formula, with nothing hidden. Find a real problem. Solve it for one person, then solve it for 1,000. The size of your scoreboard is simply the size and the number of the problems you choose to carry.
Aim small, and the score stays small, honestly. Aim at something the world actually needs, and the number has no choice but to follow. So stop flinching at the scoreboard, and stop worshipping it. Money is neither your shame nor your God. It is your feedback. Pick it up the way a craftsman picks up his tools, without apology and without awe. Play the game in front of you well, and let the number keep its honest count. This is a practice, not a windfall. Know your numbers, the very ones most people are too afraid to look at. Each day, ask one question: what value did I create today, and for whom? Deliver before you demand. Keep score without shame. Do that long enough, and the scoreboard becomes a habit instead of a hope. So here is your charge. Take the money off its pedestal and take the shame off your back. Go and solve a problem worth solving, and let yourself be paid for it. The scoreboard was never your enemy, and it was never your worth. It is the honest record of a game you are finally ready to play. Go play it.